Well, babies being born at the hospital is a daily occurrence across the country, but what happened in January in a New Mexico hospital was far from ordinary. It was actually criminal, according to prosecutors. And joining us now to offer her expert insight is criminal defense attorney Lori Murray, who you may recognize as Lawyer Lori on TikTok. So, Lori, what exactly happened at Artesia General Hospital January 27th?
Well, on that day, Alexi Trevizio, she is a senior in high school, 19 years old, reports to the hospital for back pain. They treat her for the back pain, but at some point during that appointment, she goes to the bathroom, has a baby, puts it in a trash bag, and leaves it there.
And I know when she was at the hospital, she denied being pregnant. Obviously, they did some tests. They confirmed she was pregnant. She locked herself into that bathroom. Sounds like it took a while to get into the bathroom. Now, what charges does the teen face?
Well, first of all, let me tell you too that she was in that bathroom for about 15 minutes. And my question is, she's also had reported to the hospital prior to this day with back pain. This was her second visit for back pain. Why nobody noticed that this child was pregnant is beyond me. But she is currently facing murder and obstruction of justice charges.
Now, that day, police showed up to the hospital, and she admitted on a body cam footage to what happened, but she wasn't charged with murder for more than 3 months. What do you think took so long to bring those charges against her?
Well, keeping in mind that a cleaning lady found the baby in the trash can, in the bag, deceased, they had to do an autopsy to confirm that the baby wasn't stillborn. If the baby was stillborn, that would not be a murder charge. That would be some kind of disposal of human remains charge. But once you do the autopsy and found that the baby died of asphyxiation, then it becomes a murder. And then they seek the charges. Now, I don't know if they had it indicted. That would have taken some time too. But the autopsy results would have taken some time.
Well, her bond was set at $100,000. She is now out of jail. How often do adults charged with first-degree murder get bond, and does that amount seem low to you?
The amount seems appropriate to me in light of the circumstances. So when you're looking at bond, you're looking at danger to the community and a flight risk. And in this case, she still lives with her mom. She is a 19-year-old with no means to go anywhere. And this was not a random violent act. This was something that a teenager did in a moment of desperation. So yeah, this bond I think is appropriate.
As part of the bond, some of the restrictions she was given, one thing she's allowed to do was to attend school and to graduate high school. Does that surprise you that a judge allowed this?
No, again, I think that she's 19 years old and she's not a danger to the people around her at school. And this is going to harm her no matter what. The charges are going to harm her down the road. So why make her, after she's at the very end of her high school senior year, go and get a GED when she can graduate and have her full education? Because eventually she's going to need to have some rehabilitation and eventually be out in the workforce. And delaying that would be, just cause more problems for her. So it's not unusual. She's on bond. She's no restrictions. She's not on house arrest, so she should be allowed to go to school and graduate.
Now, Alexi's lawyer says his client didn't know she was pregnant and she has a clean past, so that's why a jury should overlook this. Is that the argument that you would make?
It's one of the arguments that I would make. Honestly, I would make every argument that I possibly could. I find it hard to believe that she didn't know she was pregnant. I find it because there have been pictures out there that show her and she clearly has a bump. Also, babies move when they're in the womb. Having been pregnant twice, I know this. It's hard to ignore. She had the back pain that's associated with pregnancy. I find it hard to believe that her mother, and the boyfriend, and nobody knew she was pregnant. But it is one of the arguments I would make. I would make every argument possible. The other one I would make is temporary insanity, some kind of not guilty by reason of insanity defense.
Any idea how much time she might be facing?
A murder charge usually would get you, anywhere up to life in prison. I can't say what a judge would do in this particular case because of the circumstances. This is uncharted territory, so it's different. It's just not your normal murder. So I think that a judge could sentence her anywhere from 0 to 30 years.
Well, you and I were talking beforehand, and this is quite the small town now in the national spotlight. I appreciate your insight into this case. It's something that we will continue to follow. It is expected to go to a jury trial October 2nd. And make sure and tune in every Wednesday for the Legal Lowdown with Lori Murray. And for other cases in South Carolina and across the country that you need to know about, give @LawyerLori a follow on TikTok.
And now